Hey friends, I want to talk about the word fun. I shifted my moniker a while ago from Love Pilgrim to Fun Pilgrim. And of course, I'm still hopefully spreading love in the world through my work with the Love Department and my general mode of being. But this was coming after a couple of conversations with my friend Michael and my friend Marvin. And Michael had said to me, like, hey, yeah, love is part of your thing, but I feel like fun is actually more core. You know, I'm often telling him about, hey, connect to the fun and connect to the fun. And that was a really valuable reflection. And right now I'm stating my vow in terms of fun, whereas I say that my vow is to demonstrate the intimacy of fun and service. And love and curiosity and empowerment are ways that I do that through my work with the Service Guild. And of course, the way that we understand our vow changes over time, and the language that we use to describe our vow changes over time. So I'm sure this will change. Again, it's changed for me before, it'll change again. But fun really feels like at the core of the thing, and a core of my life at this point. It's something that I realized I value and that I need in my life, and that I want to be enjoying my life and having fun and experiencing my days as play and having an adventure. That all really matters to me. And both the words fun and service can have negative connotations, and the word fun can sound like, or hit people like, you know, I always think of the metaphor of like cocaine or something. I've never done cocaine. I will never do cocaine. But it's like something that could be like pleasurable or enjoyable, but is actually harmful or is self-indulgent or good for you, but bad for other people or something. Like just having a good time for its own sake without any kind of benefit, and even causing harm to self or others or both along the way. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about fun like that. I'm not talking about hedonism. I'm not talking about pleasure seeking. I'm not talking about pleasure for its own sake. Although these things may be pleasurable or joyful, that's not what I mean when I say fun. That's not what I'm referring to. And two synonyms that come to mind for what I mean by fun are aliveness or eros. And those are sort of more precise or technical or specific words for the thing. You know, aliveness, like, does this make me feel alive? Does this bring me to life? Is this energizing? Is this vibrant? And eros, is there desire there? Is there yearning? Is there a hell yes, right? Derek Sivers has this great post, hell yes or no. And it's like, if it's not a hell yes, then say no. You know, different people live by different rules, but I personally have found that to be such a clarifying maxim of either it's a hell yes or it's a no. And in so many cases. And the more you tune into your desire, to your eros, to your sense of aliveness, the more you see how that actually leads you in the direction that you need to go. And the more you go in that direction, the more you want to follow your sense of aliveness and eros, and to trust it even when you're confused in your mind, or you don't fully understand it yet, or you know, you're afraid of other people, how they'll receive what you're doing. All of those things can come up, but there starts to be this deep trust in following the aliveness, in following your eros, when you're really in touch with that. And then the more you're in touch with it, the more you're in touch with it. It's a self-perpetuating, self-deepening feedback loop. And you can call it any of those words or some other words. I'm sure there are other words, but for me, I like the word fun because it's a fun word. I want to be having fun with my life, and it keeps me honest. Am I actually enjoying this? Am I actually enjoying this? Did I enjoy my day? I just realized a little while ago, there's this terrific Steve Jobs quote from his graduation speech at Stanford, if I recall correctly, that must have been like, I don't know, 2006, 2007, 2008 or something. I remember seeing it in high school, and he says, one of the things he says in that is, you need to look in the mirror every morning and ask yourself, am I looking forward to my day? Is this something I'm excited about? And if the answer is no too many days in a row, then you need to make a change. I'm paraphrasing there, so I may have misremembered the precise words he used, but I realized recently how deeply I internalized that, even though I was in high school when I first encountered it. And there have been points in my life where I realized, oh, I'm not actually enjoying this. And that's happening consistently. Like, everyone has a bad day once in a while, or most people do. That's normal and fine. But are you persistently just like dreading what you're doing and not looking forward to what you're doing and not loving your life? Then something needs to change. And I think I have been exposed to that for so long that I am unwilling to live a life where I'm consistently just dreading my own life and my own days. And there's always signal in that of, oh, I need to make a change, as Steve Jobs said. And maybe it's quitting a job. Maybe it's breaking up with someone. Maybe it's moving to a new city. Maybe it's starting a new exercise regimen. Maybe it's just requesting something of someone. It doesn't have to be some big, huge life change, but just like, oh, there's signal there. Something here is not working for me. And actually a life lived fully, if you live life to the limit, like because the universe changes and because you change and everything changes, you're going to hit a point where what used to work doesn't work anymore. And then you have to change that. And then things go well. And then you hit new signal. And it's like, oh, something else has to change. So that's very normal. That's just part of the process. There's growing pains as you live fully and as you live your way into your fullest life. But it's important to stay close to that fun. And I want to be enjoying my life. I want to enjoy my life. I want to be happy. I want to experience delight. There's this metaphor I've had. It's like a prayer. Yeah, a prayer that I've had of, may I experience my life like a party. Like every day is a party. And not only that every day is a better party than it's ever been before. That every day is a better party than I've ever attended before. Each day is better than the last. And a lot of times my life feels like that, where it's like, wow, today was great. Today was fantastic. And, I don't know if I've ever been this happy. And wow, what am I going to do tomorrow? And it's not, of course, maybe necessarily literally possible. At least I haven't found it so far for each day to strictly be better than last. But the trend is towards more happiness and more joy and more vibrancy over time. Because it's not only external circumstances, but it's also your own internal way of relating to experience. And if you really internalize the lessons that life has to offer and make choices based on the person that you're becoming, rather than just your concept of who you are or who you should be, but actually living your life in dancing with your life and in constant communication with reality, then so much more is possible than anyone would have imagined conceptually about their own life, because life is just so much more vast, and who we are and what's possible for us is so much more vast than we can conceptualize. So I really realized that for me, fun is a core value, and I want to be enjoying my life. And not only that fun is my own direct enjoyment, which I have direct experience to, and I can be honest about, am I enjoying this or not? And it's worth cultivating that honesty, being really honest with yourself. Did I enjoy that or did I not? But when you're in touch with that, you start to realize that's actually my direct portal, my direct connection to the world, to interface with the world and whether I am having a benefit with my life. Because you see, when you follow that aliveness, when you follow that eros, when you're having fun in this sense, then things change, and life surprises you, and what you say has an impact on people, and what people say has an impact on you, and magic things happen, and there's synchronicities, and just the right pieces fall into place at the right time, and the whole world is almost conspiring to move you forward towards your fullest self and your fullest benefit that you have to offer. It's magical. You're like, how did this happen? If I look at my life now, if I told my younger self at 14 or 16 or 20 or heck 25 or even 29, 30, what was going to happen, he'd be like, that's nuts. That's nuts. I didn't see any of this coming. But by following that aliveness, by following that fun, so much is possible, and life delights you. It surprises you. The mystery unfolds. So That's why I like the word fun. It's fun because it's fun for me. But if that word is confusing, you can substitute it with aliveness or eros or another word that you like that points to the same thing, and follow that. Follow that in your life. You deserve it, and the world needs it from you, and it will bring you joy and the world benefit. I hope that this has been interesting and fun for you. I hope this clarifies things or brings things up. I'd love to hear any thoughts you have or what your own experiences have been in the comments. And in the meantime, sending you love.